What's up, YouTube? I hope all of you are doing better today than you were yesterday. So like the title says, I tried to upgrade my PC for the first time. To help put everything into context, let me give you a bit of background about my experience and why I felt like I needed to upgrade my PC. Now, I'm fairly new to creating content, and I'm sure you can tell just by looking at this video. Most of my content focuses on motorsport, mainly cars. The content has a mix of real cars, video games, RC cars, go-karts, and model cars. And all the things are presented by a mix of pictures, graphics, and videos. What I found is that I hit a creative wall because none of the computers I have were designed to do more than web browsing or office functions. Things like video editing and gaming have a much higher demand for graphic memory / capability and processing power. My experience was that while I was editing, the program would freeze or just flat out shut down, and any unsaved progress was lost. So yeah, it sucked. And I actually formed a habit. I had to save and restart the program like every 5 minutes. So to say, like, it definitely slowed down production, and it was pretty frustrating on my end. On top of that, the editing programs that came with my PCs are very restricted in terms of features because they're very basic apps. And I'm pretty sure that the editing software on my phone has better features than what's on my PC. So I did my due diligence. I did some research and found that there are pretty good editing programs out there, and some of them are free. The one I chose to go with is DaVinci Resolve. I installed it on my laptop, and the result was pretty laughable because it wouldn't even open fully before I started shutting down. And this is because the laptop is about a half step above a netbook, so I wasn't surprised that it wouldn't work. It was just disappointing. So that failure led me to this old tower that I had laying around from 2015. And it wasn't even powerful when I bought it. I bought the tower because I wanted to have some low-res, hobby-level CAD design applications and maybe do some sound bites. And after watching a variety of YouTube videos, talking to a couple of PC gurus, and reading about PC components and their function, I decided that this would be the unit that I try to upgrade. This is the point where my situation felt really familiar. This is the same feeling you get when your project car is in front of you for the first time. It's dusty, you know it has potential, but you're not sure if it's going to work out how you planned or work at all. Then you start questioning your competence and why you exist in the first place. It's a little dramatic, but that's how it feels. And then, right before you click the purchase button on your first upgrade, your mind says no, but the butterflies in your stomach says, hell yes. Then the upgrade is delivered, and ish just got real. It's game time. Fast forward 2 hours later, and you realize you have no idea what you're doing. But no, actually, the first upgrades weren't too bad. My first upgrades, I upgraded the RAM, and I installed a solid-state drive to run my operating system. The RAMs were pretty easy. I mean, they literally just pop out, and you just slide new ones in. And I'll admit, I got lucky with the solid-state drive, because I was trying to be cheap, and I ordered it without the SATA cables, thinking that there would be some extra ones in the case. And of course, they weren't in the case. I felt real dumb after checking every connector and every extra connector on the tower, and nothing would work. Sitting there with the tower in pieces, I remember this weird connector at the top of the tower. I wondered what it was ever since I unboxed the unit. You gotta remember, like, I've never taken apart a PC, like, ever. And it turned out to be the connector I needed for the SSD, so crisis averted. So after that, I cloned my OS to the SSD, set up my boot sequence via the BIOS, and installed the video editing software. Everything is awesome. PC is running smoother, the program opens and runs, surprise, surprise, and I test edit a short clip. It's a 15-second 4K clip, and I get a message on the screen. The video card memory was full. No problem. I'll lower the editing resolution. Same message. F. This is another familiar feeling when you get to build cars. You bought and installed everything you think you needed, and you gotta spend more money. And you need the part yesterday. Turns out, my graphic card was whack. 1 gig of memory just won't cut it for editing, especially in 4K or anything that's HD. Now, naturally, graphic cards are one of the most expensive single components you can buy. Which, honestly, that's why I was trying to avoid replacing it. I knew it could be an issue, but I was hoping for the best. Oh well, that went out the window. I've already passed the point of no return mentally. So now, let's just throw money at it to fix the issue. That seems legit, right? Now, look at the difference between these cards. There are times when size doesn't matter, but not in this case. The new unit has 4 times the capacity of the old one, and I probably won't take full advantage of its potential. But I'm done playing games with this project. Nope. No, you're not, my guy. The power unit is outdated. Yikes. The original power unit is rated at 350 watts, and the suggested rating for the card is 500 watts. On top of that, the power unit has a single 4-pin Molex connector to supply power for accessories such as fans and a graphics card. The input connector power for the new card is the 8-pin ATX style connector. Now you can buy or build an adapter harness to make it work. After all, it's just wiring. But this is where you have to take a step back and slow things down. You have an underpowered power supply, a graphics card that is 4 times more powerful than the original, and you're doubling the fans driven by this one connector. But honestly, to me, this seems like the perfect setup for a smoke show. With all those red flags, I'm confident something is burning out or actually catching on fire. So in a rare occurrence, I acted responsibly and I purchased an appropriate power unit. My wire management is trash, but with everything installed, I can do this. I know it's not amazing, but it's way better than what I could do before. So it's going to be a long learning curve before I get really good with this editing program. But I've already started learning skills that I can apply to things, and things that I'm interested in. And for me, that makes it all worthwhile. So with that being said, stay tuned, and thanks for watching.